In closing, I want to say,
we can keep going. I'm in.
You sure?
I'm in. Shit, man, I'm in. Y'all got I'm in. Yeah, please, come on. I'm in.
You want to run it?
I'm in. I'm in, bro. Y'all got me. I got my car through a motherfucking swamp.
They hit a flooding out here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Why Miami, Nori? Why you out here, bro?
What you said?
You left from New York and you came out here. Why Miami?
Miami saved my life on the low, bro. I was getting divorced. I had IRS problems. It was just terrible for me. That first year I lived in Miami, though, I don't think nobody would want to be my friend. Like, I was like ecstasy all day. Like, all day. I would wake up in the morning. I would go to Gold Rush. I would go, then I'd go across the street to, what's Club Space. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate Tootsie's because of Tootsie's music.
But shout out to Shannon Briggs. Every time I call Shannon, he'd be like, come to Tootsie's. I'm at Tootsie's. Come to Tootsie's.
Now that's
12 in the afternoon, come to Tootsie's.
Yeah, that's a professional strip club. I like a little loose shit. You know what I'm saying? So, so that first year I was going through the IRS shit. And Miami have 6 different parts of Miami. They got if you want to get high and you want to fuck up, and then they got you get your life together, and then they got yo, bro, what are we really doing in life? So I went through all those little stages. Then I met my wife. I met my wife on my father's death date. I met her July 3rd, 14 years ago. And I went to Lario's. I went to eat Spanish food because it's my father's day. And my 2 boys I was with, Spiff TV and Eddie Giggs. And I went in Lario's, and I've seen a whole bunch of Spanish girls. And I love Spanish girls, so I sent them some sangria. You know what I mean? And if I know she too, that's right, high five, goddammit. Sent them some sangria, and right there, and it was crazy because my accountant had got me an apartment because I used to come out here and just spend so much money. So my accountant, before it was all over, before the IRS came, accountant had got me an apartment, and I just stood out here, and it was just a blessing from there on out. Like, you know, I had. My wife had moved in, not immediately, obviously, and we stayed together, and then I moved to Kendall. It was the worst mistake ever.
Kendall, oh my God.
It was the worst mistake ever. Big up to my people in Kendall.
Why?
It was just so boring at the time.
It's a little Columbia out there.
Yeah, it was just so boring. Columbia. I was just so crazy, and
my daughter's in Kendall.
Oh yeah,
she's half Colombian.
Yeah, God bless. And then
Naya,
from there,
she ain't gonna watch this.
And then I moved back, and I moved back to the main city of Miami, and then Miami's just been a blessing for me ever since. So, yep. What you say, guy?
Well, my question, I wanted to kind of.
What kind of glasses though? Those fly. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I see you out here now. It's looking real nice.
Now, you gotta tell them.
It don't really cost nothing.
Okay,
you gotta tell them.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool. You gotta tell them.
You gotta roll with them.
You gotta tell them. They look good.
That's it.
They look good.
But I kind of wanted to go back. I feel like I didn't really get an answer when I had asked you about like when you finally like got into some money out of the rap game and everything like that. How did it change how your neighbors, like your friends, looked at you now? Niggas like, yo, no, you made it, nigga. You supposed to take care of the hood, nigga. What's up?
Man,
did you get that?
Of course. Every rapper goes through that. Every rapper feels guilty until you got to realize everybody can't come to the meeting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just real shit. Like me, I'm a little different because I was a street dude. Like, I was the shooter of my crew. Like, I didn't have the shooters. Like, so I was a little different. People knew how to talk to me. Not like I was super gangster. Don't get me wrong. There's always, no matter how much money you got, there's someone always got more money than you.
Yeah.
No matter how much of a gangster you is, there's always somebody more gangster than you. Right. So, and I don't want to say it like that, but, you know, I went through my phases of where people thought I went Hollywood because a lot of people, like I said, I had got on through the middle of my raid from my hood. So I was literally only the 2 people that didn't get raided. Wow. Like my whole neighborhood, you could Google it, it's the Left Rack City raid.
Yeah.
And I was like one of the only 2 people that stood around. So when a lot of people came out of it, because, you know, they raid like 300 people, but they only got 28 indictments. You know what I'm saying? But they'll get everybody just to scare the projects.
Right.
So as people were coming home, I was blowing up. People, you know, a lot of people felt like who I moved on with, they should have been there with me. You know what I'm saying? I suppose like us 3, we were all hanging out, but a year passes. Now it's just me and hanging out. Now you and her really kind of fell out. You know what I'm saying? But she got the communication with me, and she don't feel like bringing you around. You can't get at me. You're not even mad at her. You mad at me directly. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it was. Like, going through it. I remember like seeing other rappers going through it and be like, I ain't gonna never go through that shit. And then people, I didn't go through it like physically really, but I went through it. What's that shit? Like, you know, people talking shit about me and not coming around and, you know, like.
It's weird.
Yeah, so.
Did it make it hard, like make it, like in a sense for you to be like, I'm not going back to the hood or going to certain places?
Of course not, like because I had family, but at one point I was mad back, you know what I'm saying? It's just a natural thing. Like if a person get mad at you for something that you didn't do or didn't have the intentions to do, and then you sit back and you think about it, you get mad back too. You be like, you know, not to sit around like
I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Like
why you putting that on me?
Like the thing is, I remember this one time. I'll tell you this funny story. I remember this was one guy. His name was WAP, and WAP was my man. But I used to bring WAP out every like we used to go to the hood and see who's ever out in the hood, and whoever is there, I would just bring you out. So we would just go out a regular night and. You know, WAP just happened to be there for a couple of weeks, and WAP would go back to the hood, and he would describe the night he had with me like it was amazing. like we had a regular night. It was just Big Daddy Kane might have been there, it might have been, but it was just a regular night. But he would go back to the hood, Ed is doing it. Oh, you don't understand. We was out there with Big Daddy Kane, and at first people used to be like, yo, man, like how the fuck you always bringing? And at first, I used to get mad at him. I used to be like, yo, why are you describing shit? But how the fuck can I get mad at how he sees life?
I mean, you went Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, I'm like it was just like, and people who didn't make it to those parties would get mad at me.
Like, why you invite me?
I didn't have those same stories as WAP. I didn't have those because maybe I was somewhat getting used to it. And that's the fucked up thing about being successful is it's always your people who like you said, who will be like, yo, you know, boom, 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 or he doing that, or he not doing that. And they kind of change, and it makes you change too. Yeah. It makes you change because...
Makes you aware of how they're changing.
So you had survivor's remorse in a sense? Like, I made it, and all of these niggas who was selling drugs and...
you pulled my car, I still got survivor's remorse.
You still got survivor's remorse?
I still got people that I speak to that I know I shouldn't speak to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Famous people.
I ain't gonna front, Nori.
I will never let you tell. You ain't gonna get this out of me. But I got famous people.
Yeah.
People be like, why the fuck are you still fucking with Young or Young?
Yeah.
It's because I felt a certain part of my life they got involved with, or I got involved with them, and I made it through, and they didn't. And they didn't. I'm talking about these are famous people, and I got that survivor's remorse too.
But you know, the few times I've met you, you've always been like, you don't seem, you're not Hollywood. Like,
no, I can't
every time I see you, you in the mix with everybody, you chilling, like you really down to earth with everybody.
You remember the first time I met you?
I've met you so many times. I don't know. I don't remember. No.
I was outside of SOBs.
Okay. Okay.
And you walked up and you was like, who got a bogey? I know one of y'all.
Sounds like me. Sounds like me, for real.
And I was like, yeah, I got you. And I was like, yo, you know, I'm mad. He was like, I know you is.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember. I said, don't snuff nobody tonight. Something like that. For real. Because that was it.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.